Good evening, my dear friends. We are here reunited to talk about different subjects. We are going to start to introducing each one of us. So I'm going to start for myself. My name is Angelica Toledo. Please, can continue? Can you continue?
Okay, hello, I'm Margarita Rosa Narvaez, and I'm really happy to share with you this moment.
Hello, my name is Catherine Duran Perez, and I'm happy to be here with you.
Hello everyone, my name is Jessica Ortega and it's a pleasure to be here with you.
Um, Good evening. My name is Leandro Vasquez. I'm so glad we are together tonight.
Okay, we are going to start. So this a little talk to know us better. So Margarita, which has been the most significant trip have you had?
Okay, I have to say that the most significant trip I have had, I did it in November 2019. It was a 10-day trip in which I had the opportunity to go to Spain. It was an academic trip that I did to obtain my master's degrees in management. It was a wonderful trip. I went to San Sebastian, Burgos, and Madrid. In that trip, I had the opportunity to know wonderful places, and I fulfilled one of my dreams. I was traveling by train, and I visited the most beautiful beach in Europe that is located, sorry, in San Sebastian, and I visited many tourist places. But beyond the places that I visit, I have to say that the most important about that trip and what makes it significant for me, it was everything that I was able to learn and what I have achieved up to date with the learning I acquired. But I don't know if any of you have had a significant trip to talk about it.
Not for the moment, but it sounds really interesting, Margarita.
Yeah, always talking about trip has been a very fun conversation. But I want to know, or I want to talk about the place where we are now. I have to say that I have been living here in Cali for almost 3 years, and I'm really happy to stay here. So I want to know, Jessica, how long have you been living in the city? Sorry, how long have you been in the city where you live?
Okay, first, I was born in San Agustin Huila. I was living there for a long time, and 4 years ago, I am here in Cali. I have been living here, and I am really happy. I decided to moving on here because I am studying English like you, and it was really interesting to know how is living in the city because the town is different. I don't know if you are from a town, but the experience is different. Regarding my English, I have been working very hard with this language. Um, Talking about language, I would like to know about Catherine. How long have you been learning English?
Well, in my case, I've been learning English for almost 6 years. When I was in school, there was a program which was called Contact Barranquilla, and those students who had a basic level will have like the opportunity to get a course of English completely free. So I applied to that course, and that was like the first moment when I start to learning English. So from that moment on, I continue with this experience, with this journey of learning English. And actually, I'm learning English through videos, through YouTube, and through music too. But you know what? I would like to ask you something, in this case to Angelica. So the question, Angelica, for you is, what have you been up to for the last 2 years?
Well, I had been studying English, and I also went to Cartagena for vacation. Then the pandemic came, so I had to stay at home for the pandemic. So basically, I have been at my home this whole time. It's a little boring, but I try to read and to do something else to be less boring.
Yeah, Angelica, I have been doing the same as you. I am all in my house all the time, working and raising my child, working, raising my child. That's all that I have to do the past year because I couldn't go anywhere.
All of us, I think.
Yes. It's a little funny because someone of you recently write to me and asked me when was my house built. It was a strange question. Maybe it was a question for something else, but answer that I will say that I'm not quite sure. I had asked to the real estate, but they didn't know. So I believe that more than 20 years. I know it's a fun fact, but it's a good to know where have you living. Um, so continue with this questionnaire, this question. Uh, what country have you traveled the last 2 years, Margarita?
My
You,
microphone was turned off. So I have to say that traveling is undoubtedly my passion, whether for vacation, work, or study. I try to travel abroad once a year. So in the last 2 years, I had the opportunity to travel to two wonderful countries. The first one was Mexico, more specifically to Cancun. It was a vacation trip. It was on June 2019. I enjoyed it a lot because I have been for 6 months without leaving Tumaco. That was the place where I used to live before. So it was a trip that I enjoyed very much. And the second country was Spain, but I talked about it, so I think that it is not necessary to talk again. So in 2020, with my husband, we had a plan to travel to the USA to put into practice my English skill, but with the coronavirus, we couldn't do it. So I'm still waiting for the things change or the things go get better. Sorry, to be able to travel again. So I'm really curious with the love that Catherine has with learning languages. So I want to know, Catherine, why have you decided to study English?
Well, in my case, I have several reasons. First of all, because when I was in school, I always loved the English subject. So I really enjoyed the class, and I think that that's the main motivation at that moment back then. But when I grew up, I realized that actually I was quite good at English. So when I was like in high school, I reaffirmed that decision to continue learning English. But when I was on 11th grade, my dream was to become an English translator. But then, as the time passed, my motivation changed, and I wanted to be an English teacher because I had seen my mother example for a long, long time. She's a teacher too, and seeing her motivation, her passion for teaching, and that was like the thing that motivated me to study English. So now I have another question for one of you, and I'm really curious about it. Jessica, in this case, I'm sorry, it's for Leandro. What has been the nature of the COVID-19? And I'm really curious about that because that's a situation that we are living around the world. So I would like to know that.
Thank you, Kathy. I think this is the most important topic now in the world. Um, I'm not sure, but it's just what I believe. So I think this is a commercial purpose. I don't think this is a natural virus. Um, we have to know the powerful that has actually China. So I think this was a movement to control more the world. I think they created the virus to take advantage of some situation. I think everything is related to the money. Um, but some people can believe what I say because they say they can play with the human beings. But I do. I believe. I say there are a lot of people who is who is important the money. So I think the nature of this problem was in China for getting power, for getting money, for control exportation in the world. So actually, we know that there are a lot of person vaccinate in Colombia. I think just the healthy personnel because they are the ones who control the virus, no? Okay, I need to ask Catherine. I know you were decided to study English. I need to know what college you have taught English in Cartagena. You live in Cartagena or I don't know Barranquilla? Because your accent, Kathy.
Yes, I live in Barranquilla. Well, regarding your question, no, I have never taught English in a college. But well, I have taught in a school though. In this case, like it was like 3 years ago, I think. I taught in a school where my mother works. So I occasionally went there to teach English, but it wasn't like constantly, just some days per week. But that said, I don't have like a lot of experience teaching in schools or even in college, but I would like to. Well, I have another question for one of you. In this case, that's like a personal question. And this is for Jessica. What are those moments that made you the person you are now?
Jessica, the
Oh,
question.
yes. Sorry, my connection is bad. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
Okay.
of course,
yes.
don't worry. The question
Okay.
for you
I
is, yeah,
I heard the question. Thank you.
okay.
Um, Thank you. I think there are different moments that define us as a person, or define us our personality. And I think that it's not possible to say just like happy or sad moments, because for me it's really important to take into account the resilient. I don't know if you know about that. It means to overcome on difficult situations. Um, the person that I am today is related with the things that I have been doing for other people. For example, listening to others, or helping to others, and smiling to others, because I think that these are the things that define us as a human beings. Now, I have this question for Leandro. What is the place where you started to work for the first time?
Also, it could
Okay.
be a question
I
for
want to
Okay,
Margarit.
ask you that. I want to
don't
ask
worry,
the
don't worry.
question.
Don't worry, don't worry.
I
I
will answer.
remember, I remember. No, I can answer. I remember
Okay.
when I finished school, I began working near my house with a neighbor person. Uh, I remember she got a glasses shop. Uh, I was so young, so I just worked like 15 days and no more. I remember that was my first job. I want to ask Angelica something about where have you been working for the past 2 years, Angelica?
Well, that's an interesting question because the I was working in a company who sold piece of equipment for agriculture, and I worked there for 7 years. But also, again, the pandemic came, so the COVID-19 has been a special matter to me because I lost my job and I have to take a moment to think in what I need to do and what I want to do with my life. So I start to work in another company. It's a foreign company, and everything is great right now. I'm learning so many things, and I'm hoping to travel to that country to learn more. And well, I'm here trying to do the best what we have.
Okay.
Well, so this is very good for us to know more. And I would like to ask you, Leandro, what have you discovered that studying English and become a teacher is what you wanted to do, to be? Sorry.
It's a good question. You need to know that I'm not a teacher. You need to know that I have never taught English in a college or even in an institute. Um, it was just since the beginning very easy to me. So when I finished high school, I decided to go to the Colombo here in Cali, and I began to study. I finished all the courses. Then I did vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation. Then I have always had the illusion to get my degree. So I went to the University Santiago de Cali, but it wasn't working with the schedule. So I just went to the UNAD and began. Really, I don't know if I'm going to be a teacher. Really, I don't know if I'm going to be maybe a translator. I don't really know because I have my own business. So this is like something that I want to do. Maybe it helped me to travel to another country, but I don't really thinking about being teacher or something else. It's just what I like, and I just taking advantage of the moment, and that's it. Okay, Jessica, you have children,
Not for the moment.
but you would like to, or you don't like, or tell me about it. What do you think about having children?
It's not my aim in my life. I don't like. I like children, but I don't like my own children.
Okay, maybe
You
Okay,
it's
like to
not.
be
there's
an auntie better.
I have
Maybe
one
it's
child.
not. It's
I
not the
have
moment.
one child, one baby, and I am thinking about having a second one. I
I want.
I
love the
know. It's
kids.
quite an adventure because it's very
I
difficult.
want. I want
It's
to
a
be
challenge,
father of.
but it is good.
Yes, I want to be father of five children, but
oh
actually,
my god.
Yes,
Oh my
I
because
God,
just
you
fi-
are not
five
the
is too
one who
much.
are
Five
carrying the ball.
no one. I just have one, and that's it for the moment. I don't know what happened next.
I don't want to be your wife.
But
I don't want to be your husband.
Ah. Okay.
No, no, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, continue, Jessica. Shoot.
Okay, let's
Ah, no,
continue.
Jessica. Tell me something about have you studied? You just studied at the UNAR, or you have studied before at the in another institute, or just in the
Uh,
college, in the high school? Tell me about what you know. Where have you been studying?
yes, at the beginning of my process learning English, I was studying at Eagle Institute. It was in my town. Uh, when I started to study, I wasn't sure about the level of that institute, but now I can say that it was the best option to study there. There I acquired the skills or the main skills that I have to share today with you. Okay, now this question is for Angelica. What country have you thought moving on if it's the case?
well, I was thinking about this recently. I would like to travel to two places specifically. One could be Australia. I would love to live there and to have a life because they have things that I would like to learn about the irrigation and sensor chips and other things that I work with. And the second one will be Copenhagen, because it's a cultural city, and also you can ride a bike and you can drink a lot of beer. But I don't know about the weather, so it's a I have to think very deeply in that question for my future.
Angelica, what is the second one? Where is it? I haven't listened before.
Copenhagen. Copenhagen will be a place that I would like to live.
But what is it? What continent?
In Europe.
Ah, okay. I have never listened before.
So, Leandro, how long have you been sharing a relationship with someone? Wow.
Oh, you
Uh,
cry, children. Ah.
I don't know what question for me. I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you the truth. Mm. I just finished my my
Ah,
marriage. Oh yes, it was. I'm crossing the line because I just want. I am I'm alone now. We were together 14 years and has been uh, complicated, uh,
difficult.
very
Oh
difficult.
my
And
God.
I don't know why that kind what question for me. I don't know why to
Okay, don't
remind
worry.
I
to
have to say
remind
that
We
me.
understand. We understand. We can change the subject. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
I'm
Okay.
sure
Yes.
my
Margarita.
Oh, that is true. That is true. I was with. We were together 14 years. Um, we have a shop together. We have to talk every day. We have to see each other every day. We have a son. He's 10 years. Actually, we can't do it. I don't know what happened tomorrow, like the son. But I continue. I continue working and studying. Only God will know what happened. I love her a lot. I love her a lot. That's it, what I
Oh
can
my
say.
God, that answer
Yes.
makes me feel sad. I have
Okay,
been
thank
sharing
you.
my relationship with my husband for almost 10 years too. But we
Oh,
are in a good moment now and we are happy and we are in God's hands, sorry, and to see
Mm,
what happens next, but we're still happy and let's see what could happen in the future.
yeah, we don't
okay.
know.
Okay. Oh, don't feel
Uh,
blue right now. Change the subject to talk about
I can
a,
cry.
a
Candy,
different theme. So, where have you been working? Better. It's a better question.
no, no, for me.
Margarita. No,
Uh,
for Margarita. For
okay, okay.
Margarita, I know what you have been through.
He's still
So,
crying. He's still crying.
yes, yes.
Okay, I have been working for the last 4 years in a naval social action and as a coordinator of national or international donation. There is a work that goes beyond the office hours. As a Navy wife, as we call the wives from the captains, Marines, etc. So I have been in contact with the vulnerable population from different parts of our country and I have had the opportunity to know their needs and to try in one way or another to satisfy it. So it is a great and gratificant work.
It
So
sounds like a great job.
yeah, I love my
Uh,
job.
Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for the time to talk, to know each other, so we can share in another time. We can go to drink some things, of course, with all the precautions for the COVID-19. So don't worry, use your wear mask, so we can talk in another time. Okay?
Okay.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye
Bye.
bye.
See you.
Okay, bye. It was a pleasure.